Hello guys, welcome to Wellness in the Multiverse again. It's a quick one today. It's humid, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, my hair is a mess, and also waiting for me at home, and I'm hungry. Lots of things, but still had to kind of do that. I wanted to talk today about results and expectations. I think at first, it's important to say that I am not a magician. If you don't do the work that I tell you to do, you're not going to succeed. I'm sorry. Yeah, right. Crazy. I've had these conversations in the past of like, I thought it would, be faster. Sure. What do you do? Well, I train once a week and, I'm like, okay, but the plan is like 3 to 4 and then food and then this. Have you done that? No, I don't like doing that. Okay, so I did fire clients in the past as well due to the fact that they weren't doing anything. And at some point I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you expect to happen if we're not doing that. Now that this is out of the way, I wanted to talk about results, expectations, a bit of social media maybe, because of the conversations I often have on my DMs when anyone is interested in coaching or whatnot and ask me questions. And then we're trying to figure out, the struggle and everything and seeing like if I can help first. And then I get that a lot of people telling me like, well, when I see results, it's going great. But when I stop seeing results, I tend to lose interest. Okay, well, then that means we are based on motivation. Everything is based on motivation. If I'm motivated to do it, which means if I have results, I stay motivated. When I don't, I lose interest. The driver is physique, right? The goal is to build a lifestyle. So when we get to that point, we need to go a bit deeper, First of all, why? And second of all, it's not going to happen like this, Results aren't something that are a forever uphill. I've hit thousands of plateaus. I've looked the same for as long as I can remember, kind of. There's a bunch of results that I had, and I've been working out for about 18 years. And now that people ask me, how long have you been doing that? And I want to look like you. I want to work out, how long will it take me to look a bit more like you? And I'm like, I've been doing that for 18 years. So unless you grab on some steroids and you just go the easy route, it's not going to happen in a minute. You'll still see results. You still see things happening, but you're going to need time. Inconsistency. And this is why we're trying to build a lifestyle. This is where the goal is always, let's build a sustainable lifestyle so then when you stop seeing some results, you keep at it anyway. Because that's the point. Keeping at it even when you don't see the results, because you're not going to see them every single day. Or maybe you're not looking at the right metric. If you're looking at the result is only what I see in the mirror, you're never going to see anything. You're seeing yourself every single day. I've seen myself from age, 2, I guess, when I got 3. I don't know. When do a human gets a sense of like, oh, here's me in the mirror? From that point on, I saw me. So if you ask me, if I had results in the last 18 years of working out, I'd probably say not that much, because it's in my head that I see myself that this much results every single year over time that made a difference. And now the result that I see is when I put a picture next to me, 18 years ago and me today, all right, there's a big change. There's a big difference. Of course there is, but it's consistency. It's effort. Some people will work out for about 3-6 months and then be like, all right, I'll stop because I've seen results for the first 4 months and now I don't. I'm going to stop doing that. Well, most likely what it means is that you're going to revert back to whatever you were doing, and you gain weight or lose the muscle mass you had, and you're going to call me again, maybe not, but someone else, in like 12 months from now, because I don't know, maybe you tried with me and you thought I was doing some magic. So you're like, well, Jonathan's not doing magic. I still have to work out and do the work. I'm going to try like a new program, whatever. And the same thing will happen. You start with like a 3-4-ish months, and then you'll be like, oh, this is amazing. I see a bunch of results. Everything is great. And then it's going to stop. And you hit a plateau and you'll be like, oh my God, what's going on? So you need to build a lifestyle. That is first. And you need to understand, and I know it's dumb a bit, but you need to understand that progress is just time. We're trying to look at some metrics that gets you to some type of results, and then we just try to apply that metric for as long as we can. Right now I have that right here in body. I don't know if I showed that before. So that is me right now. 2 weeks ago, 178 pounds. So basically 43 pounds of like muscle, whatever. 15 pounds of fat around me. You know, it's not that much because it's 8.3% body fat, and it's great. It's good. I kind of like how I look at 8.3% body fat. I think I'm somewhat big enough that, 178, 180-ish, but I gained 45. So yeah, I gained like 45, 50 maybe pounds of muscles, because when I started, I was 135-ish pounds, around 14, 15% body fat. So I gained probably like around 50 pounds of muscle, but I did that in 18 years. And I know it sucks to kind of hear, because sure, we want to hear that everything's easy and that you'll do a couple of push-ups and you'll grab a shaker and you'll be fine. No, you're going to require a consistent amount of effort, and wherever your starting point is, let's say you start with like 5 pounds on whatever, and that 5 pounds is like, all right, that's that was heavy, I got to my rep max. You're like, will it always be like that hard? Yeah, absolutely. Because that 5 pounds will become 7.5, 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, 30, so on and so forth. It never gets easy. You're just getting stronger and better and more adapted to it, and you're just doing better work with that. So, but that's gonna happen through time, and a lot of it brings me back to social media. And I know I'm, part of the problem, I guess, trying not to be, but somewhat, in a way, I am, because I post online, because my business comes from most of that, me posting online, and hopefully people see that this is my business and my living. We'll talk about that later, but somehow people think I'm free and that I make money by breathing air. No, guys, I'm sorry. I offer coaching, and this is my living. It comes with a price. It's not crazy. It's not gonna like shoot you in the knees, but it's not free. I'm sorry. There's so many people like, is it? Oh, it's not free. Like, what do you guys think I'm doing? Anyway, that's for a later date. But where was I with that? Yeah, part of the problem, because I post online and I post like progress and results, mine mostly, of like what I kind of look today. So people have a reference of what I look today. And when I say I went from 135 pounds to 100, and the question of how long have you been doing that is like Every single day I get it. How long have you been doing that? How long have you been working out? And when I say 18 years, I know that people are like, oh my God, you have 18 years of doing that before I kind of look like that? No, not necessarily. You know, I took 18 years because there was a lot of like trial and error, and I tried a bunch of different stuff before I found what worked for me, and I didn't know how to break my plateaus, and I didn't know how to do anything. I do now, so you know, it's easier now. When I want to see results, I go at it, and it's kind of quick. You know, I went from 185 pound, and I was about 13% body fat to 178 at 8.3 in I don't know, a couple of weeks, because I don't know what I'm doing at this point. So these things are easier now. So it doesn't mean it's going to take you 18 years to do something similar, but it does mean that you cannot just start and stop and start and stop and start and stop and think that you're going to have whatever insert influencer body type you want in, I don't know, a month, 2 months, 3 months. You know, people are like, what's your goal in the next 4 months? I want to be like you. I'm like, well, that didn't take 4 months. I'm sorry. So yeah, again, that was a quick one. I just wanted to bring people back to reality, I guess, in a way, because we need to. We need to from time to time. It's important that you guys know that no one's magic. Everything comes out of you at the end of the day. You need to do the work. You need to apply the work. My job is just to kind of light the way and tell you, here's the work you have to do in order to succeed. And then it's your job to do it. And then when we find out that X amount of exercise at this amount of stimulus with that amount of calories and this level of macros gets you to X results, then the job is, let's keep at it for as long as we can, because this is how you make it happen. Yeah, so that was pretty much it, guys. Results, expectations. You know, if you see someone going from 135 pounds to 180 pounds and they say, I've done that in the past 6 months, I'm magic. No, they are on juice, steroids. So careful with the internet. Careful with what you see online. Hopefully that gave you some pointers. Again, not packed with like what you need to do, but more like, let's get down to the ground level of things. You know, it is possible to lose a pound of body fat a week. Highly possible. And then it is possible to gain 0.5 up to sometimes, in some cases, a pound of muscle mass a week. This is possible. It's doable. But if you do, I mean, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds. You know, I want to lose 20 pounds. Great. I want it to be in the next 2 months. Well, that's 8 weeks. That's 8 pounds. We're 12 to go still. 3 months over that. And that's considering that everything went great, you know, and nothing went wrong. And then people will be like, I lost only 8 in 2 months. How? Why? I thought I'd be losing like 20. No, absolutely not. You're going to be losing 20 over time. So find what works for you. You need that little math equation of what you do, and then you apply the amount of weeks needed to do it, because it's much easier to maintain what you've done than to get to the goal. It is way harder to get to a certain goal than to stay at that goal. It takes me much more to go from 13% body fat to 8% body fat than to stay at 8% body fat. I have much wiggle room right now. People are like, that might be a hellhole being at 8.3. Nope. I eat pizza. I ate Skittles at a cinema, at a movie. Last weekend I went to see Deadpool and Wolverine. Amazing. Go see it. If you didn't see it, what's wrong with you? Go do that. And I went through a whole bag of Skittles. And I woke up the next day. I had abs. I was still at 8.3, 8.4% body fat. And still today. because I know what I'm doing. So yeah, expectations versus reality kind of situation. Have a good day, guys. Hope you took something out of that. If not, I'm sorry. I wasted 15 minutes of your life, but man, I'm sure, sure I didn't. Now I need to go. It's raining outside. I'm with my motorcycle. Should have gone. I'm sweaty because it's humid as hell right now in here. And yeah, it is what it is. Have a good day, guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for listening. If you want to know more about how I can help you make fitness a sustainable lifestyle, you can reach out to me on any social media platform at Joe Gagne Trainer. Thanks again. Till next time.